So this is B3 live from the 3. I'll bring y'all the first interview with Ashley Okoroh. It's gonna be lit.
All that. That way. Yeah.
But introduce yourself.
My name is Ashley Okoroh. I'm from Florida, Maryland. I'm 21 years old. Old enough to buy bottles. And I'm live. That's all I can say.
So I know you said you're a part of ASA, and I know you're African. So like, what part of Africa are you from?
Well, I'm from Nigeria, around Delta State. My parents are Yoruba. It's a very small tribe. People don't really know that there are more than 2 tribes in Nigeria, but that's where I'm from.
Yeah, I know Baltimore got this slang. They be like, what it do, dummy? I know DC has this slang. They be like. But what's some like Yoruba phrases and what's part of their culture?
Yeah, that's the same question I should ask my parents because I haven't been there personally. I mean, it's a whole different language. It's not like slang, it's a whole different language, like French or something, Like with DC and Baltimore, it's English, but like, not even really English, but I don't know how to explain it. It's a difference between slang and an actual language, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So speaking of culture, like, do you think people mock you because of your culture in America, or you think they embrace your culture?
Oh, they could not do that because, nobody can make me feel bad about who I am. It's like, for me, it's like, once you realize who you are, nobody could change that. Nobody could, shake you up or anything or make fun of you. Like, what am I gonna say? That's who you are. That's what makes you you.
So what's on your playlist right now? What you cranking to? Like, what's on your phone?
Yeah, Crank That Soldier. That's my #1 song. Well, before the whole, beef and all that. But what other songs? Whatever comes on the radio, I buy it too. Some local artists too, support everybody, right? So it's whatever I like.
So,
if it's the white boy music, shit. If it cranks, it cranks.
So do you stay current, up to date with what's going on in the music industry and like just pop culture in general? Or?
In a way, with doing parties, you have to because you have to know what appeals to the crowd, and you want to know what will satisfy, everybody who comes in until they have a good experience. So in a way, I do have to stay up to date with all the tunes going on, all the youngsters listen to.
So you heard about the Soulja Boy Chris Brown beef. So who do you think is gonna win? And what's your take on that?
Look, I must stop coming from my man's for I'm a Soulja Boy because that man been cranking since back in the day. But he been wilding out. He been starting too many beefs, so I can't even stay on his side. But honestly, Chris Brown, he been doing karate moves since running and all that back in the day. Like he been jumping on walls since wall to wall. So yeah, definitely Chris Brown would take that W.
So Valentine's Day's coming up soon. So do you got any advice for the boys and the girls?
Don't try and rush something that's not there just for Valentine's Day. You can be cheap. Dollar store is the way to go. Dollar store is definitely the way to go. Man, they got everything. They got the candy, they got the balloons, everything you need up there. So definitely check that out. Matter of fact, eBay's cheap too. So if you need some cheap jobs, just hit me up. Just if you do have that special boo, make sure you make that time really nice. It's not about, the amount of the gifts. It's about, the quality of the time you spend together. So also remember that,
I guess you always talk about day one ads, so you're talking somewhat about your brand. I guess someone can destroy your brand. So like, how do you build a brand on a college campus?
Well, it takes a lot of work, a lot of interacting with people. Well, for me, like I will always remember like the first day I started. First day I started, I was like, okay, look, I gotta make Twitter pages. I gotta come up with, T-shirts, a logo, made all that the first day. I had a partner when I first started, but, things happened along the road. But yeah, we just working side by side every day to try and make it better, try to reach more people, try to get a bigger audience, so the parties would be filled and packed up. And definitely did that, especially like our first party that we had such a big audience that we packed out Bliss. But it didn't come from just, oh, these guys are known, it was from individually talking to one person at a time, individually talking to, like, when they had the NSOs, I would be up here and I would be talking to the freshmen, and seeing, what they wanted for parties, seeing, what they were interested in, seeing what they wanted to see during the year, and actually just like interacting with everybody. And yeah.
Okay, so how would you describe your brand? How would you separate your brand from all the other brands, you think?
See, me, I don't really focus on other brands. I just focus on myself. So, but I would say, I put a lot of work into it. And I really care for every customer that we meet. Everybody that has come to an event or something, or has supported in any way, I've taken note of it. Like, there's not one person that, I don't know something about, for me, we take pride in our customers. That's what I would say.
Talking about customers, but as a black entrepreneur, do you feel like the black students here or the black students everywhere, do you think you get the support from them that you need, or do you feel like sometimes they look down on you for being a black entrepreneur?
LOL.
From the venue owners, or just from everyone?
Oh, well, the venue owners are probably like the best people to meet, like, 'cause they know, how it all goes. They know how it is to build something from nothing. Like, I met an owner who turned a car shop into a whole venue, and he was one of the best mentors I've had so far. But I would start off on this campus. On this campus, it can be really, really, I don't know how to explain it. It could be, it really sucks for real, but you gotta have like a tough mentality to really like survive on a college campus, because people are going to say a lot. Like, you could literally be minding your business and doing your own thing, and everybody will be upset by it. It won't make sense to me, but that's what people do. But at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, you're passionate for it, what anybody else would say won't bring you down or won't stop you. So, everybody can talk. At the end of the day, people talk about Beyonce. All the successful people are being talked about daily. So it would never faze me, because at the end of the day, I know where I'm headed, and I'm going to get there.
So, yeah, you were talking about how it's such a tough business. So what got you? Kind of touched on it earlier, but can you expound upon, like, what got you into party promoting?
Okay, so the reason why I started was because when I got to Bowie State back in the 2014 year, everybody was saying, oh, the campus is dry, oh man, there's nothing to do here. Everybody was complaining. But I was just like, why don't we come up with solutions to make it better? Instead of just, finding the problems, let's find solutions to make the campus a lot better. Because when I've been to different schools, and I've seen different environments. So, I want my campus to be as live as, Howard or Morgan. I want our school to be the #1 school that they, that future students will want to go to. So that's when I pretty much started getting into it. I did my research, talked to people who were already into it, and went from there. And here we are today. Definitely throwing some huge events and more to come.
So I know you talked to me earlier off camera about how you went to Morgan. So what was the difference between the Morgan party scene and the Bowie State party scene?
Honestly, when I went to Morgan, I didn't really party that much. But Morgan's party scene is great in a way, because they can literally do anything in Baltimore. Like, Baltimore venues, they're not really strict, like you can be 18 and, do certain things that you wouldn't be able to do, in DC. Like, Bowie doesn't really have a lot of venues around the area, so it's pretty hard to have a party in like Laurel or cities nearby. Most times, back in the day, we did it in DC, and we would have to provide shuttles. And I mean, they do the same thing in Baltimore, but it's a lot simpler because they had more venues on that side. But Baltimore's party scene, it's pretty live. You know, Morgan, pretty live. But I feel like we do the same thing here. So that's what I feel like I'm doing over here, just bringing what I learned from Morgan over here and making it live. And we definitely put Bowie on the map. So.
Like I know you've done a lot of parties, so I gotta ask, like, what people have you worked with? Like, party promoters have you worked with in the past? Celebrities, anything, or have you planned on working with?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna work with everybody. I'm gonna meet everybody. You know, I want to meet, you know, like Migos. I know they just had a concert. I was gonna go and see them, you know, but I'll meet them in the future. Who else? I work with, let's say, Swagville, Dooley. Low, he's Baltimore promoter. Astro Boy, that's Baltimore also. Zell, One Percenters. A lot of different party promoters. Even some promoters to Shawo. There's a lot of party promoters that I've worked with and a lot of network that I've grown over these past years for party promoting. So. You know, shout out to everybody, you know, because I don't really remember offhand, but yeah.
You're talking about growing, so like I got a question. So how has your business and your brand grown over the years?
I would say it's grown a lot because a lot more people know me. Sometimes I'm surprised and I'm like, you know, how do people know me, you know? But it's definitely grown to a stage where people see our name and they already know, like, the party will be live, you know. Like, it takes a lot to build, you know, that brand to be consistent where people are like, oh, okay, they see our name and they're like, okay, cool, I know it's going to be live, so I'm going to come through. So, yeah, I mean, we went from people like, what the hell is NSC to, oh, shit, it's about to be live, you know. It takes a lot.
Can you please settle this debate that's been going on at Bowie for years and years and years now? Like, what is the latest class here at Bowie State of college students?
Come on now. Come on, man. Do I really have to do this? Every class is live because Bowie State is live as a whole, you know. I'm not answering that. You want me to answer? You want me to answer? I'm not answering. Because I don't even know what class I'm in. Like, now I'm playing. You got to cut that out. So, you know, I would have to say 2018. Yeah, 2018 live. Nah, wait. It's 2018 and 2019. They battled in one.
So, if you were to ever work with a celebrity, like if you ever to throw a party for a celebrity, what celebrity would it be?
Party for a celebrity. I mean, we've done parties for celebrities, so. I mean, I would say Migos again. Like, they're too live. I've listened to their music way before Bad and Bougie, so. Yeah, it would definitely be them.
So if you throw a party for them, what venue would it be? Like any venue on the world, any venue, what venue would it be? Who would be DJing and who would be performing for them?
See, that's a lot of planning there. Can you repeat that question?
So if you were to throw a party for Migos, and you could pick any venue on the world, you could pick a yacht, you could pick an airplane, you could pick anything. What venue would it be? Who would be DJ? Who would be the DJ? Who would be performing? Like anyone, unlimited budget. Go ahead, shoot.
Venues out there, but off my head, I would have to say, I forgot what it's called. What's it called? It's a venue in Baltimore. I forgot the name. What am I supposed to do?
I mean, just describe the venue, or why would it be that venue?
Because every time I go there, it's always live. I love the stage setup. You know, it's got the VIP areas on the top, on the sides. You know, have Migos up there turning up, and then it's a huge venue. So, and who will perform for them too? Um,
Yeah, who would perform for them?
we'll probably do like, some local artists. Dang, if Block wasn't locked up. Honestly, I would probably even open it up to people who would want to pay to perform. Who would need that shot. Probably morning after, I would definitely get him on there. Hamid, I would get him on there for sure. O-Slice, female rapper, man, best female rapper. If you ain't heard about her, who else? There's a lot of people I would get up there for.
Oh, you were talking about like throwing a party for Migos, but what are the basic essentials you need to make a party successful?
That's for those who are trying to throw a party to find out themselves, like I had to. Again, giving out these keys, man. Say no, but some basic essentials. You would, probably need a team because you can't do it by yourself. I've tried that, honestly. I've tried to run around and handle the shuttles and run around and go back to the venue. You need a team because you will stress yourself out. It all depends on what type of event you're trying to throw, how many people, size of the venue, tickets, flyers. It's a lot of different things and a lot of different connections you would need for it. It all depends on what type of party you would be interested in throwing. Because every venue is different, like every club's different. Some clubs, you pay a rental and, they take you gotta make a certain percentage of the bar for, it's a lot of different agreements too. So
What was the biggest event you've ever thrown?
I would have to say Saturday. Campus Clash was live, man. That place is huge. It was beautiful. I think I was like 2,000, about 2,000 people to fit in that venue. That place was huge. Campus Clash was live. If you wasn't there, I feel sorry for you. I tried to tell everybody. I told everybody. If you ain't listening, that ain't on me.
Speaking of big events, I heard you were thinking about attending a Women's March, but I heard you weren't able to make it. Can you speak on why that march was significant?
You said why it was significant?
Why it was significant?
Oh, I thought you were going to say why I didn't make it. I was going to say because of you. Alright. I think it's Brandon ain't waking me up on time. So no, we did wake up. We was like, I had work that day, man. But okay. Well, what we thought?
Why that march was significant?
I mean,
to you. It doesn't have to be just to you. Or if it was significant, if it wasn't, just...
Say no, I'm playing. Alright, you ready? Well, it was significant. I think not only for, just the women rights. I think it was, just to speak up for everybody, because there have been a lot of things going on in the country that need to be spoke up about, but no one really has courage. So I guess it was like a stepping stone to awaken people if they weren't, or to, spark that in someone else to create bigger events. Maybe the march wasn't effective, but maybe somebody else is thinking about another way to, get awareness of, the issues going on, especially, during this presidency.
Yeah, speaking of the presidency, how do you think the Trump administration will affect the Black and LGBT community?
Honestly, just like everybody else probably, I don't know, because just like how we thought this whole campaign was going, nobody knew he was going to win. Nobody thought he was going to win, and now he's won. And we don't know where he's going in his, with his mental. We just pray for the best. That's all I can say. It's not even just, it's just the whole country as a whole. Like, we gotta pray for the best, because the way things are going so far, like the new laws that have already been passed, it's just like, it doesn't make sense to me, but, just gotta pray for the best. That's all I can say about that.
I don't know if you heard this, but for Black History Month, Donald Trump decided to meet with HBCU presidents at every single HBCU campus to talk about doing things for bettering HBCU colleges. And how do you feel about Trump's attempt at that? And how do you feel about Dr. Burnham meeting with Trump's admin on behalf of Bowie State?
I mean, I would commend him for trying, to reach out. I mean, you never know where he's going with it. Like I said, we don't know where Trump is going with any of his decisions during the presidency. But I mean, in a way, I'm kind of glad, that our president met with him, because you can't really get the things done if without the president, can't go around the system. If you want things or change, you got to go through, the head. So I guess it could be a start. Hopefully he takes what, was said into account and we move forward as a country.
What was your favorite Bowie State experience?
Bowie State, I have so many experiences. I have so many experiences. So I can't even say a favorite Bowie State experience. I've had so many different experiences, like so many. But I would have to say homecoming was a lot. Homecoming was definitely, especially when Gucci Man came downstairs. Man, homecoming was definitely the best experience. Like, and then he had a concert after party thrown by me. That was live too. But man, that was a really great experience. Got to meet with the artists, and backstage all access. It was really great. Just getting some nice shots and just just enjoying the vibe, and it was just live turning up with Bowie State. And I think that was one of the best experiences this year. No, that was fall 2016. So.
Where do you see Bowie State in the future?
I see Bowie State with no more construction. I feel like it's really going to expand. Bowie State has come a long way as it is now, but it's just going to keep getting better and better. And people going to get hit, that Bowie State is where it's at. And, back in the day, I'm telling you, they used to down talk Bowie State and all that, downplay us and everything. But now a lot of people want to go here now. This year, we had the 1,000 freshmen coming in. People couldn't even get housing. We're going to expand. We're going to get more buildings for housing on campus. I feel like Bowie State is going to become the next big thing. So be on the lookout. Enroll today.
Now, the last question is, you could think about this question too. It's kind of deep. But where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
An old lady. 10 years from now. I'm going to be walking with a cane 10 years from now. What the hell? I mean, I could just see myself, I already be rich money. But it will be a rich as in being able to give back to my community and helping out, investing in, different Black businesses and really progressing everybody forward as a people. For me, I'm not really a material person, or I don't really live for money. I live for, I live to cherish people's lives. So hopefully by then my goals of, going back to Africa, well, I'm not going to say everything, but, and improving back home will go as planned, as I plan to do here also. So 10 years, that should be a lot of time. Pretty good by then. Give me 2. Wait. Why don't you be Brandon and I'm Ashley? And we live from the 3-0.
Yo, I'm Brandon, and you're?
And they want Ash, and we
live from the 3-0. Thanks.
Lost in my thoughts and I ain't thinking about no female. Life of a young teen working in that retail, overthinking everything, I'm stuck up on them details. But I can see my future coming, swear I'm about to prevail. My own world I'm thinking in, thank you for visiting. These niggas do not see the good conditions that they living in. Ain't that shit sickening? I represent my citizens, the chosen one from 301, legitimate significance. Yeah, and all you fakes ain't safe enough. I'm killing all you so-called rappers for the sake of love. Giving all these shots, but they tell me I don't take enough. Earthquake bars, yeah, I got the game shaking up. Models family first, so you